So the new persistent pack feature is ready for public beta, out now on Steam. Let's take another look at how this is shaping up. First of all, we have the map traveling feature working in single player. The world map has a little indicator of where to go, run toward this section of border, to travel to another Yellowstone map. Currently there are only 2 Yellowstone maps, Amethyst and Slough Creek, but Hellroaring is coming pretty soon to give you more choices. You can only travel during certain parts of the year, basically when you don't have young pups around. So currently that is from the fall, when you start a new game and learn to hunt quest, through the early spring find a den quest. And then once you have pups, they're too small to make that big trip, so you can't travel until you jump ahead to next year, and then in January you can travel again. In the saga, once you reach August and the pups are big enough to travel, then you'll be able to travel to another map anytime from August through early April, when it's time to choose a den for the next year. Now, if you've lived on one map for a year or two and then leave to go to another map for a while and then come back, your territory will have decayed in the meantime, maybe completely. Depends how long you're away. So bear that in mind. We've also been working on map traveling in multiplayer. Not ready yet. Not sure if it's going to make it into this initial release or not. So with this new persistent pack system, every wolf gets a unique number when they're born. That is their default name, but you can give any wolf a nickname. And then to avoid clutter, that's what's shown on name tags and scent readouts. But here in Pack Info, you can see the full name and number. And on the Known Wolves panel, you can see the names and numbers for all the wolves that you have encountered over the course of the game, year after year. So we've added a few things since I showed this last one. Is the roles column, where you can see the role of each wolf in the pack. They're a pack leader or a subordinate, which means basically a grown offspring or a yearling. Now you won't see pups listed here because you can't encounter pups currently. They exist in the system, but they're at the home site generally, and even once they're out and about in the fall, they're not instantiated in the game world. In the saga, you will be able to encounter older pups in the fall and winter after they've left the rendezvous site. You still won't be able to find young pups at the home site, for reasons we discussed in the Lobo Locos Letdowns devlog a while ago. This system is built for the saga, but we modified it for this weird period we're in now, where you can see all this stuff, but you can't play continuously through the year. So you can see what dispersals you've encountered, you can see the wolves on each map that you've encountered, and this section has wolves that have departed the map. They've found a mate and moved elsewhere in Yellowstone or outside of Yellowstone. Good luck to them there. Or they've departed this world and they're dead. You will see dead wolves listed in the pack section for a while. They have no role because they're pretty useless in the pack life. But especially like if you leave a map or that pack disbands or something, they didn't really have that affiliation anymore. So then we just move them into this departed section. This is working in multiplayer now, but note that the rival and dispersal wolves that you encounter are known to the pack as a group, to all players as a group. So if just a single player is out on an excursion and encounters a wolf, it'll show up for everybody. And if anybody gives it a nickname, that will also be what everybody sees. So it's known to the group, not to each individual separately. So this is all working in the public beta. If you load an existing save, it will be automatically upgraded to the persistent pack system, and it'll pick up the packs and territories at whatever state they're in, and use the new persistent pack system going forward from that point. This has turned out to be a lot more complicated than we thought. I was originally hoping it would be in the 1.1.0 update in June. Very complicated, and it's required a lot of tuning, and we're still tuning it. So we are looking forward to feedback reports from the public beta, so we can get a lot of glimpses at how the system works, especially year after year over the course of a full life of a wolf in the game, because there's a lot of levers to tweak here, and especially when we make fixes and changes, that affects how all those variables work. So we are still tuning it, and appreciate feedback on that. So this is out in public beta now on Steam, version 1.1.1. Any new saves are not compatible with the old game, but if you do decide to switch back to the last release version, the new stuff should just not appear and not confuse you at all. So we hope folks will check it out and let us know how it's working. Oh, and if you have the Lost River DLC map, you might want to check out the holiday decor, especially during a nice winter snowfall.